What's up? What's going on? What's up? What's up, homies? Long time no chat. Great to see you guys. Okay, so check this out. I got 3 life lessons from the OGs of homeschooling. What? Okay, so check this out. A lot of you guys know we homeschool. We've been homeschooling now for, 6 years, 7 years? This is our 7th year. So our kid just turned 11. It's our 7th year. Now, here's my deal, right? You ready for this? I never thought about this, right? Big D, what's up, bro? So check this out. So really, Big G, really, lottie-dottie, everybody homeschools. That's right. Everybody does. Even if your kids go to public school, guess what you do when they come home? Homeschool. Right? On life lessons and stuff like that, right? So check this out. 3 life lessons from the OGs of homeschooling. Now, here's what's a trip. Big Poppy is an anomaly in the homeschool world, right? So a lot of these homeschool families, Mike, are like, dude, what are you smoking? Now, to their defense, everyone responds that way to me, so it's not just them. All right, but check this out. It's a really fascinating group of folks, and these guys are, now it's funny because I call them the OGs of homeschooling. They're like, what's an OG? But anyway, they are the bee's knees. That's right, DR. That's right, brother. But there's some amazing men and women and families. So here's the life lessons. So we're at this big homeschool conference with the OGs of homeschooling, and here's 4 things. Number 1, it takes guts, grit, and courage to pioneer or champion anything. It takes guts, grit, and courage to champion and pioneer anything, especially when it's unknown, unfamiliar, and unpopular with the masses. So that adds ups the ante, if you will, right? So that's number 1. It takes guts, grit, and courage to champion or pioneer anything, especially when those that you love, so forget about the masses, especially when those that you love may be unfamiliar, unknown, unpopular to those you love, right? That kind of also ups the challenge, if you will, the ante a little bit, if you will. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the masses aren't always right, better, or smarter. One of my favorite quotes is, observe the masses and do the opposite. Now, I'm not saying that's a life value or life principle or core value. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that so many people nowadays, they get on the hype train, right? The hype train's coming by, choo-choo, right? Let me jump on that sucker just because the masses are saying it, or just because the media is saying saying it, or going with some particular theme or whatever. And that doesn't make them right, or it doesn't make that it's true, right? Hashtag truth, right? Boom. So the masses aren't always right. Number 3, the third thing I've learned from the OGs of homeschooling, chart your own family's course, right? Chart your own course. Chart your own family's course. But here's what I find: a lot of people, they never chart any course. They just kind of go along, right? That's exactly right, Dale. That's a great point, right? And so chart your own family's path. Write out your own family's goals, core values, and principles. What are the goals and core values and principles of your family? What do you guys value? Not your neighbors, not your parents, not your cousins, not your grandparents, not your whatever your school you go to, or public school, or private school, or homeschool, or like what is your family? You and your spouse, you and your you know what I'm saying, with your kids. What do you guys value? What are your core? Why? How do you make decisions? Right? What are the principles that you make decisions based upon? Right? So that's the third thing, is chart your own family's course. These OGs of homeschooling, they've charted their own course. Regardless of what the society says or the masses say, they've charted their own course. And for that, I'm like, dude, you rock like ZZ Top. We may not totally do things the same or see things eye to eye or whatever, but dude, mad props, little fist bump for charting, having the guts and the courage to chart your own family's course. And now this is the bonus one. Number 4, this is a bonus one. Your family is an investment worth investing in. Number 4, bonus one, is your family is an investment worth investing in, right? But here's the thing, it's not easy. Man, being an intentional family is not easy. I've heard it said this like this before. Parenting is the hardest job that you will ever love. Parenting is the hardest job you will ever love. I've also heard this quote to kind of go one of my other favorite family quotes. Peer pressure is as strong as your family identity is weak. Boom! That is so money, man, right? Peer pressure is as strong as your family identity is weak. So how strong is your family identity? Have you been intentional at developing your family identity, right? So number 4 is that's again, that point is your family is an investment worth investing in. Let me tell you why. Talking to these homeschool families and talking to the children, because listen, I'm a public school guy, man. I went to public school my whole career, right? The whole thing. Here's the thing. Yeah, absolutely, Dale. That's a great idea. I'll definitely do that, bro. That's a great idea. Because here's the thing. Number 4, just talking to these families, these homeschool families, I talk to the kids. Listen, because I'm a public school guy. I was public school and then my last 4 years in college at West Point, that's the government school of all government schools, right? So I don't have a homeschool background, right? We're like outsiders, right? Kind of, so to speak. And I'm talking to these homeschool families, and it's just great salt of the earth people, just great people that are like you and me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not everyone is totally like me. But it's and not that you have to homeschool. That's not the point. The point is, are a lot of these points that I already mentioned laid out. But I've talked to the children. I've talked to the husbands. I've talked to the wives. And listen, you want to talk about making our country, getting our country back to doing great things. Let's get the family great again, man. Let's get the family tight. Let's get tight families. Let's get tight husbands and wives, man. Let's get tight kids. You know what I'm talking about? That's how we get our country strong, is get strong at the family unit. Get strong at the smallest unit in the country, which is the family. Let's get tight families, man. So 4 points again. It takes guts to pioneer and everything. Anything. The masses are not always right, smarter, better. Number 3, chart your own family's course. Number 4, your family is an investment worth investing in. So hashtag change you to change your world so that together we can change the world. I encourage you to share this with your friends. If you found this encouraging, go back through some of my other videos. This is day 20. Go back and check out some of the other day's videos, and hopefully these will be encouraging to you guys. God bless you. Have an awesome night.